mumble a lot. Try to talk to me after this. Good luck. People seem to hate it when I mumble, mostly everybody I talk to. And my sister especially hates it. I was mumbling to her and she's like, you know, mumbling is a sign of schizophrenia, right? Most people just say speak up. I think mumbling's underrated though, because it gives you 2 tries at every sentence. People are like, what'd you say? I'm like, here's something better. Going through this time, it's exactly what you want to hear, I'm pretty sure. I was reading in the park the other day, and this guy came up to me, and he's like, hey man, how's that book? And I said, I don't know. I'm not quite balls deep in it yet. And he was like, what? And I was like, I just started it. Yeah, my sister's a 4th grade teacher, and she told me that the 4th graders are using AI to do their homework. I don't want to sound like a dick, but I don't remember 4th grade being that hard. I was thinking about it. It might have been the 4th easiest grade I ever did. It's just such a sad image, a little kid at a computer like ChatGPT being like, book report, magic treehouse. It's like 50 pages, man. Just read the book. But she's got to use like an AI plagiarism checker that checks to see if the AI wrote the homework, which seems like a real like who watches the Watchmen situation. Like I ever wonder if the plagiarism thing is like reading it, being like, hey wait, I wrote this. It's pretty good. My favorite thing in the 4th grade was popcorn reading. You guys remember this? You get to pick who reads the next paragraph. It's an incredible amount of power for a young kid to wield. For me, it was my favorite thing because it was the only way I could get back at the bullies. It's like they'd really beat my ass at recess, and I'd be like, English class is just around the corner. They're so dumb. Here we go. Popcorn Josh. Get that little finger out, idiot. Where's your little ruler, dumbass? Come on. Your stutter is music to my ears. Come on, pal. We're never going to get through this anthology. A lot of people think I'm the bad guy in that joke, but unfortunately it is the U.S. education system. I do like reading, though. I was reading a book about Netflix, and it really reminded me how much worse books are than Netflix. You ever try to read a book? It's like all subtitles. I was reading this book, and I got it from Goodwill. It had a bunch of dog ears all in it, you know, when you flick the corner down to, you know, forget your page. I open up the book, dog ear, page 1. What happened? Just like open it up, being like, I didn't want to do this. This was a mistake. I'm sorry, but maybe one day. It's nuts. I got to the end of the book because I'm brave and strong, and there was a dog ear on the second to last page. I'm like, is there some kind of literary edging going on that I don't know about? I want in on this. This sounds great. I like used books because people write in the margins. It's a real window into the soul. And this guy had circled a whole paragraph, and he just wrote, metaphor, question mark? Like simile, idiot. I read a book. I'm often reading in public so I can stop looking at my phone. And this guy came up to me and he's like, hey, I see you have a book there. I gotta ask, how did you get into reading? I don't know, I started sounding it out. A lot of adults told me it was time. I had to learn. The markings were so confusing, and they were everywhere. What do you expect me to say? I was like, I was kind of like a crack baby, but for phonics. My mom was hooked. She was hooked on phonics. But I asked him, I was like, well, how did you get into reading? And he said, I wanted to get a better understanding of the world around me. Well, that's the most illiterate person thing I've ever heard. Ever been down there? This is what my voice sounds like all the time. I have a hard time sounding excited. I am thrilled to be here. I have an easy time sounding like an animated bran muffin. My boss got on me at work. He's like, you gotta pep it up in meetings. Your coworkers are starting to think you don't like your job. I don't want them to know. I'm sick of all this lingering doubt hovering over us. I want to clear the air. I hate it here. Because my job is stupid. I consult with companies to help them implement their marketing automation platforms at the enterprise level. Yeah, if you woo for that, add me on LinkedIn after this. I got more connections on LinkedIn than followers on Instagram, I tell you. And if I ever get excited about a job like that, I'm going to take some eternity leave. I was looking up the other eternity leaves at my work, and we have a pretty bonkers paternity leave policy. You get 6 months of it, which is a lot. It's like half a year. And you get it even if you adopt a kid. Sounds like a loophole to me. I saw that in the company handbook. I was like, where do you get a 17-and-a-half-year-old orphan? He can drive himself to my apartment? That's perfect. Why don't more people do this? This is so easy. You gotta adopt, not shop. And as you think about it, kid's had a rough life. He's been in an orphanage for 17-and-a-half years because he never found the Like Mike sneakers or whatever. Come on, buddy, you're free now. You're coming with me. Road trip, 6 months? Whoa. We're gonna drive in Route 66. I want to see where they film Cars. Let's go to Europe, buddy. I want to see where they film Cars 2. I was watching A Bug's Life with my nephew the other day, and I was having a hard time with it because I have an ant infestation in my apartment. And I just can't get the little dudes to leave. I don't know what I have to do. I tried the sprays, I tried the traps, I tried asking them, and they just won't leave. And it's becoming an issue because they got into my protein powder, and now they are lifting 500 times their weight. They're rearranging all my furniture like breadcrumbs. They're carrying me around like it's the horror or whatever, and I don't know, they're pissing me off. So it's ruining A Bug's Life. I'm trying to watch with my 3-year-old nephew, and he's like, Flick, I love Flick. And I was like, he's kind of a piece of crap when you think about it. Buddy, you didn't want to hear this from me, but ants are the original colonizers. They're bad. I just never realized I could be so mad at a thing that I started rooting for Kevin Spacey. I'm like, Hopper's gonna win this, I swear to God. I've never been that mad before. At my job, we're always like trying to tell fun facts to each other to introduce ourselves. It's pretty stupid practice. It seems like as a society, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel of the fun facts department. Like I'm working with this lady, she's like the CFO something or other, and she just goes, hey everybody, I'm Janet, the CFO. My fun fact, I like pickles. You're an executive, you should like cocaine and male escorts. What are you doing? Pickles is poor people stuff, leave that alone. Pickles is for us. This other guy goes, he's like, hey everybody, I'm Steve. Recently I've been teaching myself how to lockpick. I thought this job paid all right. I think you need to start burgling. This guy I've been working for years. I've heard this fun fact so many times. He's like, hey everybody, I'm Mark. My fun fact, I was born 2 months premature. Mark, you're 40. Something must have happened in the last 4 decades, my man. Play pickleball, do anything. What have you been doing? Some kind of like reverse Forrest Gump existence you've been living? You ever meet an adult preemie out in the world? The worst. If an adult tells you that they're born premature, 100% of the time, without a doubt, it is a white man. All right? Because it's the only example of struggle we've ever had. They're like, yeah, it's a little touch and go with that incubator. But since then, smooth sailing. Oh my God. The world's such a beautiful place. All my best friends are cops. This is great. My fun fact is that I had a colonoscopy at age 24. Which keeps them moving right along, no follow-ups. Perfect fun fact. Yeah, I was 24. It's too young for that procedure. But growing up, I was always told I had an old soul. And medically speaking, it turns out the soul is up your butt. So I had to get in there. And, no, I have a history of skin and colon cancer in my family. The doctor said if my asshole ever gets exposed to direct sunlight, I'll die. I was on an episode of House. But I was 24 and the doctor was 28. That's too close. It's way too close. It's like going over to your best friend's house and his older brother's like, let me try something. I got a GoPro in his annex. Come here, Shane. I'm like, yeah.